President Trump's Counsel Across Time, Wisdom from America's Leaders by Darren Ray Fonso. Chapter 1, An Extraordinary Night at the White House in 2025, President Donald J. Trump sat alone in the Oval Office, deep in contemplation. The nation faced significant challenges: political polarization, economic inequality, and social unrest. As he pondered his next steps, a soft glow filled the room. Startled, he looked up to see figures appearing before him, past presidents and influential Americans, including George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Richard Nixon, Susan B. Anthony, and others. Alongside them stood an AI advisor, embodying the collective wisdom of modern technology. Mr. President, George Washington began, his voice steady, "We have come to offer guidance in these challenging times." President Trump stared in amazement. "Is this real?" "Real enough," Lincoln replied with a gentle smile. "We're here to help you navigate the complexities of leading our nation." Chapter 2, Embracing Unity Over Division. Thomas Jefferson stepped forward. "Our nation was founded on principles of liberty and unity. While we cherish individual freedoms, we must ensure that every citizen feels included." Theodore Roosevelt added, "America thrives when we balance the drive of capitalism with the compassion of social programs." History shows that unchecked capitalism can lead to inequality, but when paired with thoughtful policies, we can uplift all. The AI advisor projected economic data. "Mr. President, nations that balance economic growth with social support often exhibit greater stability and prosperity. The United States has long combined free market innovation with programs like Social Security and Medicare." President Trump considered their words. "Are you suggesting we need more social programs?" "Not necessarily more, but effective ones," Franklin D. Roosevelt clarified. "My New Deal was about restoring hope and providing a safety net during the Great Depression." Chapter 3, Insights from President Nixon. Richard Nixon stepped forward, his expression contemplative. "Mr. President, I've learned from both my successes and failures. Leadership demands self-reflection and humility. It's important to listen to the voices of all Americans, not just those who agree with you." President Trump looked at him curiously. "What would you advise?" "Bridge the gaps," Nixon replied. "During my time, I opened diplomatic relations with China, seeking common ground despite vast differences. Similarly, domestically, we need to heal divisions by finding shared goals. Remember, your actions and words have profound impacts." The AI advisor added, "Effective communication and thoughtful policies can unite the nation." Chapter 4, Ensuring Basic Rights for All Workers. Abraham Lincoln spoke thoughtfully. "The rights of workers are fundamental. We must ensure that all who labor are treated fairly, regardless of their state or status." The AI advisor highlighted current labor statistics. "Disparities persist in worker protections, especially across state lines. Consider federal standards that guarantee basic rights," suggested Lyndon B. Johnson. "This approach respects the dignity of every worker and promotes economic fairness." President Trump reflected. "How can we implement this without overregulating businesses?" "By setting baseline protections," the AI advisor replied. "Businesses can thrive while ensuring workers are treated justly." Chapter 5, Bridging Political Divides. Mr. President, you are the leader of all Americans, George Washington reminded. "It's essential to govern with the interests of the entire nation in mind." "Political unity doesn't mean uniformity," Richard Nixon added. "It means finding common ground and working together despite differences." The AI advisor presented surveys showing the public's desire for bipartisan cooperation. "Americans are looking for leadership that transcends party lines. Leadership requires reaching out," Barack Obama said. "Engage with those who hold different views. Dialogue is the path to unity." Chapter 6, The Responsibility of Words. Eleanor Roosevelt spoke with gentle authority. "Your words carry immense weight. They can heal or they can harm. It's important to speak thoughtfully and respectfully. Public trust is built on integrity," Thomas Jefferson added. Choose words that inspire confidence and reflect the dignity of your office. Richard Nixon nodded. I learned the hard way that careless words and actions can undermine a presidency. Transparency and honesty are crucial. Susan B. Anthony stepped forward, her gaze firm yet compassionate. Mr. President, the way you speak about and treat women sets an example for the nation. Respect for all individuals, regardless of gender, is essential. She continued, comments that demean or objectify women not only hurt individuals but also undermine the moral fabric of our society. As a leader, it's imperative to uphold values that promote equality and respect. President Trump listened intently. I understand that my words and actions have significant impact. Chapter 7, Aligning with Moral Values. Susan B. Anthony addressed him further. Many of your supporters hold strong conservative and Christian values. They look to you not just for policy, but for moral leadership. She added, embracing principles of integrity, humility, and respect aligns with those values and sets a positive example for all Americans, especially the younger generations. The AI advisor noted, public figures influence societal norms. Demonstrating ethical behavior reinforces trust and unity. President Trump nodded thoughtfully. I recognize the importance of aligning my conduct with the values I profess. Chapter 8, Promoting Workers' Welfare. Franklin D. Roosevelt emphasized, strengthening protections for workers isn't just moral, it's good economics. The AI advisors cited studies showing that fair labor practices lead to increased productivity and economic growth. Implementing fair standards benefits both employees and employers. Extend basic rights to all workers, Lyndon B. Johnson urged. It's a reflection of our nation's values. President Trump considered this. Ensuring fair treatment can strengthen our workforce. Chapter 9, Balancing Economic Systems. Capitalism drives innovation, Alexander Hamilton stated. But without safeguards, it can lead to disparity. The social safety net supports those in need, Franklin D. Roosevelt added. Programs like unemployment insurance are investments in our collective future. The AI advisor presented data linking strong social programs to economic stability. Balancing free markets with social support fosters resilience. President Trump nodded. A strong safety net can enhance our economic strength. Chapter 10, Embracing Diversity and Immigration. John F. Kennedy spoke passionately. Immigrants have always enriched our nation. They bring new ideas and energy. The AI advisor highlighted contributions from immigrants in various sectors. They play a vital role in innovation and economic growth. Richard Nixon added, effective immigration policies can bolster our economy while ensuring security. President Trump asked, how do we balance openness with safety? Through comprehensive reform, the AI advisors suggested. Implementing fair policies that uphold our values and protect our interests. Chapter 11, The Power of Communication. Mr. President, your platform is influential, Barack Obama said. Use it to unify, not divide. Effective communication is about listening as much as speaking, Richard Nixon advised. Engage with the concerns of all citizens. The AI advisor provided examples of leaders who inspired unity through their words. Positive messaging can rally the nation toward common goals. President Trump agreed. I understand the need to communicate more thoughtfully. Chapter 12, Strengthening Democracy. Democracy thrives when every voice is heard, Susan B. Anthony emphasized. Protecting voting rights is essential. Ensure fair and accessible elections, Lyndon B. Johnson added. It's the cornerstone of our republic. The AI advisor highlighted challenges to the electoral process. Addressing these issues enhances public trust. Richard Nixon reflected, maintaining the integrity of our institutions is paramount. President Trump concurred. A strong democracy benefits us all. Chapter 13, Investing in the Future. Education is key to our nation's progress, Horace Mann stated. Invest in schools and lifelong learning. The AI advisors showcased the link between education and economic prosperity. Advancing STEM education prepares our workforce for the future. Support research and innovation, John F. Kennedy urged. It keeps America at the forefront. President Trump recognized the importance. We must invest in our people to remain competitive. Chapter 14, Conclusion and Commitment. As the figures began to fade, their messages resonated deeply with President Trump. Thank you all, he said sincerely. Your guidance is invaluable. Richard Nixon offered a final thought. Learn from the past to build a better future. Leadership demands growth and reflection. Susan B. Anthony added, remember, your actions today shape the legacy you leave for tomorrow. Uphold the values that unite us. George Washington's voice lingered. Mr. President, the nation looks to you for unity and direction. Lead with wisdom and courage. Chapter 15, Taking Action. The next morning, President Trump convened his advisors. We need a new approach, he declared. One that bridges divides and serves all Americans. He outlined plans to establish federal standards for workers' rights, ensuring fair treatment for all. Balance economic growth with social support, strengthening programs that aid those in need. Enhance education and healthcare, investing in the nation's future. Pursue comprehensive immigration reform, combining security with compassion. Protect democratic institutions, ensuring fair elections and upholding the rule of law. Promote respect and equality, modeling conduct that reflects the nation's highest values. His advisors noted the renewed focus on unity, integrity, and progress. Chapter 16, A Nation Moving Forward. News of the president's initiatives sparked discussions across the country. While some were skeptical, many felt hopeful about the prospects for positive change. Communities began to come together, finding common ground on shared concerns. Bipartisan efforts emerged in Congress, aiming to address the nation's challenges collaboratively. Economic indicators showed signs of improvement as investments in education, infrastructure, and social programs began to pay off. Internationally, the United States strengthened its relationships, promoting cooperation and mutual respect. Epilogue, a legacy of growth and integrity. Historians would look back on this period as a turning point. By embracing the wisdom of past leaders and focusing on unity, President Trump steered the nation toward greater prosperity and cohesion. His legacy became one of transformation, a leader who listened, learned, and acted in the best interests of all Americans. The timeless lessons from America's greatest figures served as a reminder that the nation's strength lies not in division, but in unity and the shared pursuit of a better future. Authors note this story illustrates the potential for unity and growth when leaders embrace the wisdom of history and prioritize the well-being of all citizens. By recognizing the complementary roles of economic innovation and social support, upholding fundamental rights, and modeling integrity and respect, we can forge a stronger, more equitable nation.